What is up, my pretties? It's the Line Queen here. Welcome to episode 264 of Shadows and Pretties. Now, today we are going to be reviewing a 1985 film called Silver Bullet, which happens to be an American horror thriller film based on another book by Stephen King called Cycle of the Werewolf. Now, I don't know why the movie was changed from you know, the movie is Cycle of the Werewolf, but it's changed to Silver Bullet. Now, I don't really know why, but apparently I guess they thought Silver Bullet was like a better name because in the book it's like called Cycle of the Werewolf, but in this it's just different. So, anyways, I guess with that being the case and that being said, Silver Bullet is a pretty big film that was filmed. It was shot around North Carolina as the film began in October of 1984, and it took about 2.5 months to complete, shortly finishing before Christmas. In the novel, the werewolf said in the snarling and nearly human words, and the werewolf was supposed to speak in the original screenplay, although this was eliminated after a rewrite. Gary Busy, who had felt a certain kinship with Uncle Red character, is allowed to ad lib all of his lines and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, you know, for this is actually a pretty interesting film. Like it's got pretty good acting. It's got really good acting. There's got pretty good actors. Even most of these guys I don't really know who is who because I don't know them. But in all of this do reality and made sense. I think Silver Bullet fits better, for a movie title than Cycle of the Werewolf. Now, Cycle of the Werewolf book, that's pretty much what this movie is, but it is changed to Silver Bullet, which I think they think maybe Silver Bullet works better or something. I don't know why they had the title change to that, but if anybody who knows this movie can maybe let me know in the comments below, maybe give me a little bit of background as to why it's not called Cycle of the Werewolf, it's called Silver Bullet because, this is another film by Stephen King. So, I guess with that being said, I think we should go ahead and, get started with this film. So, anyways, for those who haven't watched this movie in a long time, or for those who have not seen it or whatever, let me go ahead and basically talk about this film. Now, this takes place in 1976. The rocky relationship between Jane Coleslaw, the film's narrator, and a paraplegic younger brother, Marty, changes after a series of murders in their small rural town of Tarker's Mills, Maine. So, in starting the spring of that year, a railroad worker named Arnie Westrom is decapitated by an unseen attacker. Pregnant Stella Randolph prepares to kill herself but is brutally murdered in her own bedroom. An abusive father, Milt Hildstrom Fuller, is killed in his own greenhouse, and Marty's best friend, Bradley Kinskad, is also killed. So, shortly after Brady's death, citizens form a vigilant justice group, although local sheriff Joe Howler attempts to stop the citizens, but he relents after Brady's father for Herb berates him. Riversend's Laster Lau fails to dissuade the townsfolk from causing further bloodshed. So while the villagans hunt for the killer in the nearby woods, three are attacked and killed. The survivors, especially Andy Farton, later deny seeing anything unusual. However, after Reverend Lau's dreams, he is presenting over the mass funeral with his conjuration, including the bodies of the caskets, begins to transform into werewolves before his eyes and attacks him. So eventually he wakens up and screams and asks God to let it end. Because of the mounting unsolved murders, curfews are put in place, canceling town's 4th of July celebration. The Coleslaws decide to have their own backyard party and invite their mother and Nan's alcoholic brother Red. Red gives Marty a custom-built wheelchair motorcycle, to which he nicknames the Silver Bullet. I guess that's probably, how they got, the movie's name. Instead of Cycle of the Werewolf, they changed the movie title to be, well, Silver Bullet. So as a pile of fireworks so he can have his own celebration. Marty uses the silver bullet to go out in the middle of the night to a bridge where he lights the fireworks. The fireworks eventually gets the werewolf's attention and it confronts him, but he escapes after launching a rocket in the creature's eye. So Marty insists in Jane's help to look for someone with a newly injured or missing eye. She discovers that the Reverend Lau is missing his left eye, realizing no adult could have believed this story. Marty begins to go sending to anonymous notes to Rivervend and Lau telling him that he knows who he is and that he should take his own life in order to stop the killings. Lau attempts to run Marty off road with his car, but when Marty is trapped under a closed cover bridge, Lau, whose condition is fractured by his sanity, tries to rationalize the murders that he has committed as doing God's work. Lau apologizes and moves on for the kill until Marty calls for help from a passerby. So the siblings manage to convince Red that Lau is connected to the murders and attempts to kill Marty. Red persuades the sheriff Holler to investigate. Later that night, Holler is then skeptical but is desperate to find the killer, goes out to Lau's house and finds Lau locked himself in his garage to restrain himself from further killings. Before Holler can arrest him, Lau transforms and lunges on Holler to death with a baseball bat. Knowing that the werewolf is coming for them next, Marty and Jane convince Red to take Jane's silver cross and Marty's silver medallion to the gunsmith, who melts them down into the silver bullet. So on the night of the full moon, they waited for the werewolf, who cuts the power to the house and smashes its way inside, attacking Red. The bullet is nearly lost in the melee, but Marty is able to retrieve it and shoots the werewolf right in the eye. The corpse turns back into Lau before dying, and the trio recover. Marty and Jane say they love each other and embrace, and Jane narrates that although she hadn't always been able to say it, as she was able to say it from then on. Thus how the movie ends. Now, Silver Bullet is actually was a pretty interesting good movie. Even though the book is called Cycle of the Werewolf, this movie actually fits a lot better, the title Silver Bullet because, I even though Cycle of the it's about a werewolf killer, it honestly was pretty interesting. Even though the book is called Cycle of the Werewolf, that's what it is. But in the movie, it's changed to, well, Silver Bullet. I think Silver Bullet works a lot better than Cycle of the Werewolf, but that's just my opinion, though. It is actually pretty good and well made. I personally really enjoyed this film. I thought this was a pretty neat and awesome movie involving a werewolf. And I mean, you've seen like a lot of, 80s movies that work pretty good, like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street and stuff. But this honestly was a good film. I personally really enjoyed this film, even though it came out in the 1980s. It's got a really good feel to it, to which I really enjoy. I personally really thought this was a pretty good film. It's got great actors, it's got acting that was awesome. It's got a plot line, which is excellent. It's got a great set of characters. The cast of it did a pretty good job, and I personally really enjoyed the film a lot. It personally really brings the fact that this is a good movie. I mean, personally, I loved this movie. I thought it was good. It's definitely well made, and I personally haven't read the book Cycle of the Werewolf, but yeah, Cycle of the Werewolf and Silver Bullet are pretty much the same thing. Except Cycle of the Werewolf is a book name, but in the movie is called Silver Bullet, which I don't get it why they kind of changed the title, but at the same time, I think it's better that Silver Bullet is like a much better title than Cycle of the Werewolf, but like the guys can let me know in the comments below of what title you like better, whatever it be Cycle of the Werewolf or Silver Bullet. But I mean, I really have to say, Silver Bullet is definitely a pretty good movie. I recommend you guys check this movie out if you haven't. It's a really awesome film. And I do recommend it, especially for those who are Stephen King fans. I highly recommend you check out the book Cycle of the Werewolf. But if you guys want to check out the movie, which is Silver Bullet, I recommend you check out Silver Bullet. Now, I haven't really watched the movie in a really long time, but I definitely got to say, it's a really excellent story. this film does have, the fact that it's got a werewolf killer in it, which I think it's pretty neat that Stephen King took like maybe an idea from Hollywood classic horrors like The Werewolf, for example. I mean, it's one of them. So, I can definitely say it's pretty interesting. So, with that being said, and that being the case, I personally enjoyed this movie. So, anyways, you guys can let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below on what you think of this movie. I personally enjoyed it, but if you don't really like it, that's perfectly fine. I respect your opinion. Now, so I'm going to sit here and say this is just simply my own personal opinion, and if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these movies, and this is just simply my own personal thoughts. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave this video a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. So, for those of you guys who are interested in following my DeviantArt page, you are more than welcome to go follow me on DeviantArt. Link to my DeviantArt page will be in the About section of my channel, as well as my Twitter account for any of you guys who are interested in following me on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on those sites, links to those will be in the About page section. And also, if you're interested in subscribing to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, link to that will also be in the About page section of my channel. So, anyways, I guess with that being said and that being the case, yeah, feel free to let me know what you guys think of Cycle the Werewolf or Silver Bullet, however you like to call the movie, and let me know what you guys think of it in the comments below. Do you like the book? Do you like the movie? Let me know what you guys think. So as always, I'll be seeing you guys all in the next video. Peace out.